So with the Ultimate ADAS system right now, I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. It's friendly to use, it's easy to use, but as far as efficiency and workflow, the time savings from being able to do everything here in one place is a game changer. My name is Julio Alvez and I am the owner of Omega Auto Werks. And Omega Auto Werks has been in business for 15 years and I've been in the automotive industry for over 20. Omega Auto Werks is located in Laurel, Maryland, just in between DC and Baltimore. We have 13 employees, and I would say, including myself, I still consider myself a technician. We got 10 technicians. Omega Auto Werks provides automotive mechanical repairs, anything from your regular simple maintenance to your major repairs, engine work, transmission work, things of that nature. When I was first introduced to the Ultimate ADAS system by our Hunter sales rep, Pascal, I was like, man, this is a game changer. And immediately in my head, I started thinking of how can I get this implemented into our shop and what do I need to do? It's really gonna up our game in the service that we provide. And the main thing in my head was efficiency and time savings. Because the way we were set up before, we were doing alignment more or less in the same area that you see here behind me, but then we would clear out space in the shop and move to another location to provide the ADAS calibration there. And oftentimes we would have vehicles parked in that location. And then we would require more employees to move those cars around. Alignment work in ADAS for Omega Auto Werks is extremely important, especially on today's vehicles where everything is kind of interconnected. So being able to provide an alignment and have the equipment in-house is huge. We're not having to sublet anywhere, we're not having to depend on anybody. It's here, it's in-house. I know the service we're providing, I know the quality of work we're providing, I know that we can follow all the steps that the manufacturer requires us to follow, and the documentation we can provide is all done through us. If you can do an alignment, you're gonna be able to do this. You can't use a wrong target. It's not gonna allow you to move forward. So it's gonna hold your hand in terms of the process of the calibration. I don't see any fear in it because the machine is accurate and it's repeatable every time we go do a calibration. I'm not gonna have any doubts on, did I measure that right? Did the tape measure, where is that fraction? Where is it? The laser is gonna point straight to where that target goes.
With other vendors, you still gotta be able to square the vehicle with either using string, tape, but this one just does it for you. And even the preconditioning phase, it's measuring the floor, telling you how much space you need. Whereas the old way, you'd have to basically measure out your area, measure out the slope of the floor, but being able to do the alignment and be on a level rack and then just switch right over to the ADAS calibration is real nice.
As far as training goes, it's great that you're in the Hunter ecosystem. So the software is familiar, the machine is familiar. And as soon as everything was installed, Hunter was here, walked us through it, Steve, Pascal, and I think Eric, they were all here during that training day. And just giving us the ins and outs of the machine, what to do, what not to do. And even when we still run into issues or doubts, Pascal and Steve are a phone call away. I can send them a text message and they're there to help and support me. Not only does the support and service help prepare us for the future, but to me, it's what was a key factor in purchasing Hunter equipment and staying with Hunter for future purchases. I've had experience in the past with other manufacturers and other vendors of equipment. I've never had that level of service.
Like I say, I try to be a partner with them in their business. So anything I can do to help them be more efficient in what they do, quicker at what they do. As a service rep, you install it, train it, and then support it. We came and did the site, told them how much room they would require and what was available and see what was the best for this situation. Getting us involved early is key to having a good result.
Selling ADAS service to customers is probably the hardest part of this sector of the industry right now, because customer education is tough. Especially in the independent world, in the aftermarket service providers, it's tough because you're not the OE manufacturers and sometimes we're already looked down upon, which is another great feature of having Ultimate ADAS because we can tell them, hey, this is what the OE manufacturers use. A lot of these calibrations, prices are kind of set. If you're doing work for insurance companies and things like that, they're gonna have set prices, so you're gonna be capped. So I was thinking about those numbers in my head, and again, it's always time, and the time savings, again, over time is gonna come back very quickly. I was willing to reinvest in ADAS equipment, which we already had. It's a big decision, but it wasn't a hard decision because we've been in this game for a bit, and I knew the savings that I would have down the line. ADAS is here, and it's here to stay. It's inevitable, and there's no way to avoid it. So the Ultimate ADAS system, it's what the OE manufacturers are using and approving, and it's in-house again. You have control of that.